Hey guys, welcome back to Yaz and Jay.
Family, you know what it is. Another video, guys. Yeah, we gotta admit, we never going as much last week. We give them none last week at all? No?
Yeah, we gave them one.
We're going to one. And if y'all are with us from start, you know, we're not gonna try to give you at least two. At least. You know what I mean? But we're back. We're back. We're sorry, but we're back. Full effect. You understand? So we'll be going through the comments. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the views as well. We've been getting some what may I say now? Encouraging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Comments and views. So it was a move forward. You understand? So this video was requested again. Well, a part 2 was requested. Not I can't remember the name of the person who requested. So
Let's
be able to
see.
look for the person who
We need to
requested.
give you a shout out.
Yeah. That person asked for part 2.
Alphamed.
Yeah, Alpha MD. So Alpha MD 5241. Big up yourself, male or female, I'm not sure. But big up yourself, you requested a part 2. And here it is, a part 2 to, as you can see in the title, Living in America. Right? So as we said in part 1, it's a whole lot of stuff we still not get covered even in a part 2. But what we want is that I think there wasn't a lot of content before we even got here. That kind of tried to give us an idea. Yeah. Because I think the topic was kind of taboo. I think our days we never really get like in-depth views of it. It's just that everybody says that America hard, you have to work every day, da, da, da. But they never give it a specific. You get me? And if you never know somebody like or you're close to it can show the ins and outs, you probably would have to just come and just
learn on your own.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, part 2, Living in America. I'd say the first or a continuance of what we're saying in terms of the financial is
savings.
Savings, the importance of savings. It sounds simple. It sounds like any other advice you'd get from a friend, family, or even a financial advisor. But
it is very important.
Yeah.
And again, it's not how much you make, but it's what you put aside.
Exactly.
That will make a difference
Yep.
in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, savings is very important because you're gonna have ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
You never know, you may stumble on a
Yeah.
hard time, and if you have a little saving, it will help.
Yeah.
Another
man.
thing, you have any thoughts on that?
Just a piggyback off of what you say. You never know when you have hard times. Rainy days is a must over here, so when I talk about the weather, like rainy days, there's some days where or a period where you know go so up in terms of the financial side of it, and sometimes you have to lean for your savings. You know what I mean? So even if it's $50 a week, $10, whatever it is, yeah, it gonna make a difference.
Make a difference.
You get what I say? It gonna make a difference. For us, we like I'm not gonna pretend and say from a job it was savings. No. Yeah. Remember we talked about the whole budget thing? Incorporate in your budget a savings.
Yeah. That's what we did. Understand? Because how we look at it is if you have to survive with light, water, food, heat, certain things is a must.
Yeah.
And if we can sacrifice, as I mentioned in the previous videos, that I used to have this mentality where I would just go in a store and I would just pick up things even when I don't need it. And one day I tell myself that, you know what, babe, we need to do some farmer savings. Even though, let me stick a pin. We used to, what we did, we went online and we print out this thing that we mark off each month, like the money that you have to reach the quota for the month.
Yeah.
And every time I used to go back in it, we used to go back in the savings, find something to do, whether we go on vacation or we just spend it, waste it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just always go back down to little or nothing.
Yeah.
So one day I say, you know what, babe, I think we need to go in a partner. Because if we can afford to go in the store and pick up anything or just go on vacation when we feel like and spend this lump sum of cash,
Mm-hmm.
why is it that we don't make sure that our savings is always not on life support?
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So that was us taking that what you call it?
Step.
Taking that step
Yep.
to make sure that we always have savings,
Mm-hmm.
because again, we waste money and you do it too.
Yeah.
Everybody does it. You're going Starbucks, you buy a coffee,
Yeah.
you buy a party, whether you gamble, whether you smoke, whether you drink, whatever it is, the money we use and do all them things, you can put aside something.
Yep.
If you are what's the word I'm looking for? Determined.
Yeah.
If you are determined, you will put aside something and mean it. Say, you know what? Even if you have a aim, if you have a goal, put it aside and just tell yourself, say, that after that. Just like when your light bill prepare your water bill. You understand?
Yeah, for real, for real. Mm. And another important part, and I think coming from the Caribbean, we don't really initially saw it as important because it's a thing in Jamaica, but it's not as important as in Jamaica as here. It's a credit score. A lot of people don't know, say in Jamaica you actually have a credit score.
I didn't know that.
You get what I say? Yeah, you have a credit score. I can't remember the website, but you can go and actually sign up, and I think you put in a TRN and anything there, and you can get a credit score.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not seen as important in Jamaica because a lot of things don't need it. You get what I say? You go buy furniture with a higher purchase or whatever, them not ask the fake credit score. You understand? But here, exactly. Here, your credit score is a must. You get me? If you want to actually own and make some meaningful progress over here, having and maintaining a good credit score is absolutely important.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I say? And it's not a case where if you don't use your credit cards or you just say, all right, me took out one credit card and just chill. No, you actually have to show them, say, you can manage it. You get what I say? So let's say, for instance, you have, I don't know, a $500 credit card. See? And you just take it out, you have to take it out sick and say, all right, may I just make it stay and not use it. That now build a credit score.
That's not helping you.
You get me? Because them want to see say you can manage your money. Them say 30% utilization is ideal.
I was just about to say it, because having it and using of 100%
You get me?
or even 90% is still not helping you.
No. So at the end of the month, I can't remember the reporting days then, but at the end of the month, your bank or whatever send the information to the credit bureau or them request it, something like that. But there's a relationship between the banks and the credit bureau, and that is how you get your monthly credit reports. You get me? So having a 30% utilization, even if during the month you let's say for a particular month you have to use 100%, just make sure say by the time
by the end of the
your
month,
statement read good, you pay off it. And that's the issue where persons
that
normally come up
shoot
with.
A credit score like
Yes.
like nobody's business.
Because persons use it and then them can't pay it back in full.
Right.
You get what I say? So you use argument's sake, you use $100, and then by the time if you pay it, it's a shit. I just $30 I can put on it. So now you report a whole $70.
Or not only that.
You get what I say?
Or not only that, you pay off the $100 and use it back.
Yeah.
Just for sure, say you make the payment for the month. You pay it off and then use it back immediately. That does not help.
Yeah. So the moment you use it back, your utilization go up.
Right. It's once you use it back before the credit bureau reads the report.
Right. So it is extremely important to maintain a good credit score. And you always hear people say, if you have good credit, you can get anything.
Anything.
It is not a cliche.
You
It's
don't
true.
even need.
It's
You
true.
don't need money
It
as
is
long as
true.
you have a good credit score. You own anything in this
Exactly.
country.
And that is why I am a huge fan of how important credit is over here, because nobody can know your business unless you tell them. You get what I say? Because don't think that because they see a man down the road in a 97 Corolla, that means him broke. Don't think because you see a man in a 2025 X6, you think him rich. No. That's that. The whole point of that, those two scenarios, is that the man in the 97 Corolla may have more money than the man in the X6.
Yeah.
You get what I say? The
Yeah.
only difference that may be is just a difference in credit. You get what I say? The X6 man, they might have pay 15 bills a month.
Yep.
For him, what you call it there?
Money payments.
For him carrying out. And the 97 Corolla man might pay off, well, let's say not 97, let's say, I don't know, 04 Toyota or whatever. Fee payment, or if there's any payment at all, it may be a 2 or 3
He would
bills.
have paid up on that, babe.
Or not at all. You get what I say? So it's
Yeah.
a wild example. That maybe kind of off, but when you get to me, I say, you get me? And though if you bother go in terms of home ownership, you can't go around it.
Yep.
You cannot go around it. If you can find 400, 500,000 US dollars to buy a house, tell me how you make it, because I want to know. I want to know how you understand what I say?
Yep.
So, you always hear them say, a debt run America. And that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. If
When-
we never
when-
know, the US government actually borrowed trillions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
Or billions a year.
And another thing is,
You get what I say?
not to cut you off, babe, but even though credit runs America, you have to be careful with the credit cards you're getting involved with, because especially the store credit cards,
Yeah.
their interest rate are very high, and they will catch you easy, especially if you're going to stores like your favorite store.
Macy's.
Not even talk about Macy's.
I'm put Macy's, you know. Yo, them never, you
Them
know.
store, they will block you.
Yo, them never.
Once you open a credit card with the stores, that's putting yourself in problems. Again, and the interest rates are too high.
Yo, them
And
never, man. I'm serious,
Once
man.
them see you have good credit, them not stop. Every bank, you're the
Yeah,
talk
man.
of the town. Every bank are gonna start sending you things. But it's for you to know when to say no.
Yeah, man.
You can't just accept every credit card that comes to your door, and you need to read the statements properly, read the mails properly, because some of them come and some of them, once you open them, you'll see congratulations, you are being approved, whatever. But if you don't understand, you will get catch. You will call the bank and say, hey, I got this letter. I saw that I'm approved for X, Y, and Z card and whatever, and they will use their brain on you and try to get you tied up into things that you're not even, that you didn't ever even approve, but because you don't have the knowledge and you're not reading to understand, you will get yourself tied up in things. So guys, be careful with that too.
Yep. You could have said better, babe. So, just take our little foolish advice. Disclaimer, we're not going to financial school. We don't have the degree in financial management. Just take our little advice, our little story, that maintaining a good credit score is important. And if you have to, like, there's so much free information. If you have to go up on TikTok or whatever, you have people that live every single day about credit card management.
Download the Credit Karma.
You get me?
Get the app on your phone.
And monitor your credit score.
Monitor your credit score.
You understand? Yeah. So we're not going to drill no more into that. We don't want to get the point. So, yeah. Another point, babe. What the last point we give them?
The other point is,
I think we are talk about the risk. Yeah, man,
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Risk.
Knowing how to take risk and when to take risk. And important of risk taking. For me not gonna lie, I used to play it safe in my earlier days. You get me? Because me doing a government job and them normally say government jobs are secure. It is. I mean, most of the time, you make you get fired and I get up and fire you, sir. You get what I say? And that kind of automatically put in a comfort zone. So you feel less inclined to take risk. You get what I say?
Yeah.
But moving out of the Caribbean environment and you're coming at the big world, as them call it, big foreign, you realize that there's so much
More to offer.
more to offer and the opportunities.
Yep.
But I can tell you, nobody now come and say, see opportunity 1 year, see opportunity 2 year, see opportunity 3 year.
Mm-hmm.
But it go in your face. You get what I say? You're going to see it every day.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? You're going to see it every day. You're going to see success stories. You're going to see persons where go upon a limit text and you're going to see it in your face. You're going to see it. And I say, John, but me can do that too.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on. I wonder if I for chat. Trust me, see the moment you start overthinking,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, no problem. You get what I say? Of course, you're going to think and you're going to say, all right, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? Can I do that? But you have to understand, say, sometimes you're not going to ever know until you make that extra step there.
And life in general is a risk.
Yeah.
Think about it this way. You leaving your house driving on the road every day, whether you
Mhm.
drive your personal vehicle or is public transportation,
Yeah.
is a risk.
Mm-hmm.
You going to a 9 to 5 is a risk, because if you don't own the company, you can get a letter of notice to say, hey, your contract will be terminated, or
Yep.
your employment will be terminated
Mhm,
within a
mhm.
month or 2 or 6 months. So life in general is a risk. If
Yep.
you're living in a state in America and it's not working out for you, take that risk and move out.
Yeah.
I always tell people, take the risk. Take the risk. But understand that if you're living in a city, like in a state, say for instance, like New Jersey and New York, I would say if you're moving out of these 2 states because it's so expensive, and it pays good in the jobs, if you're moving to another state, do not move with debt.
Yeah.
Because while you say, okay, I'm moving to another state because the rent is too high in New York or Jersey, but I'm moving to Georgia or say Florida, for instance, because the
Mhm.
cost of living is better. Is better there. Understand that once you're moving with debt, you're going to drown when you move to those states, because even if you get a 9 to 5, that's not going to cover your bills and pay off for your debts.
Mhm.
So if you're not moving to another state with your own business or a backup plan, you will drown worse than if you did stay in a state and try to make a living.
Yep.
And New York is a great place for living. I don't know about other states, but since I've been in this country, New York is it for me.
Yeah.
Between New York and New Jersey, and it's a great place for living. But as you were saying, babe,
Yeah, and you laid it out so well, because what we have to understand is every state have a legal minimum wage, right?
right?
Where employers are not supposed to go below. You have some state right now, $8.25. See? New York, I think New York reached either 15 or I think we're at 15 for a good little while.
Oh, New York.
No, New York.
Oh,
As
New
in,
York.
what
At
I know.
15?
And yeah, I
Okay.
think we recently moved up to 16, if I'm not wrong, which is one of the highest, as in minimum wage, which
Okay.
is one of the highest. Most, what me that say, organized industries, most of them got above the minimum wage. I think the restaurant industry kind of play around with the minimum wage sometimes, but I think once you pass entry level, you get for move up past that. See? But I said this to say, taking risk, don't just go as taking risk. Meaning, risk come with planning as well. You get what I say?
Right.
So, though say, yes and Jay say, go take risk, and when you look, you're going to one state where at $8 the minimum wage.
Right.
See? It you have to take a risk where it makes sense. You get what I say? So, The minimum wage is also tied into the cost of living for the state. So some persons would argue and say, yeah, at $8.25, but when I look on the rent in the high as New York, we get that. But members say taking risks is not about playing it safe
Right.
as well, right? So it's not a case where you got jump and then let's say you jump and you move to a state with $8 minimum wage. And when you look boom, 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 when you look on what you have left, it never makes sense from where you come from.
Right. Especially
You
if
get what
you're
I'm
a
saying?
person who takes vacation and things like that.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
So exactly, right? So we have to bear in mind that taking risk come with also analysis. You have to analyze what you do. You have to analyze the next move and say, all right, boom. But don't overanalyze, obviously. Don't overthink it. Right? Yeah, but we just wanted to especially bring out them points that we're making at the part 2 because we realize a lot of persons don't have these kind of videos. You get what I say? And not even just don't have it from our perspective. When I say our, we mean Caribbean.
Right.
You get what I say? Because if you realize a lot of persons that look like us, them don't necessarily talk some of the things that we attack and how we attack it from our perspective, coming from the Caribbean with some things that we're not used to. And I wasn't afraid to admit certain things we never know.
Right.
You get what I say? Certain things we never know. And we'll find out, oh shit, this is important. Or, oh dang, I saw this go, I saw that go. You get what I say?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. As I say, take our foolish advice. You get me? So that's all the part 2 for now.
All right.
Living in America. You know the style. You know how it go. Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments, the shares. Thank you for the subscribers.
Yeah.
As usual. You guys motivate us. You know?
Definitely.
Anyway, see you guys later.
You know what it is.
Bye.
Look more. Yeah.